The vast and enigmatic depths of the ocean hold countless mysteries yet to be unraveled. Despite mankind's efforts, a significant portion remains unexplored, leaving ample opportunity for discovery. This allure draws many to delve into the ocean's abyss, where the prospect of encountering something previously unknown adds to the thrill. Presented here are a few remarkable discoveries, ranging from the peculiar egg of a shark to the lost treasure of Thonis Heracleon. Today, you will see 15 strangest things found by deep-sea divers. Egg of a shark. While diving in the Fernando de Noronha archipelago, approximately 200 miles off the Brazilian coast, a diver stumbled upon an unusual floating object resembling a balloon. Initially perplexed by its appearance, the diver managed to capture both a photograph and a brief video of the object. Subsequently sharing it online, the diver received feedback identifying the mysterious object as a rare find, a genuine floating shark egg. While seemingly unremarkable at first glance, shark eggs are exceptionally elusive. Upon examination by a fisheries engineer, it was determined to belong to a nurse shark, a species categorized as vulnerable on the IUCN's endangered species list. Nurse sharks, known for their leisurely pace and sedentary nature, typically grow up to 10 feet in length. They reproduce infrequently, with each gestation period yielding 20 to 30 offspring. Unlike most sharks, nurse sharks lay eggs, and the hatchlings emerge from the egg within the mother's body before being expelled. Encountering a shark egg in the ocean thus presents a rare and fortunate opportunity, as it signifies a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence. Divers exploring Chernobyl. Following the Chernobyl disaster, a significant portion of Ukraine became contaminated with radioactive materials, rendering it uninhabitable and hazardous for human presence. Decades after the catastrophic nuclear event, some individuals became intrigued and ventured to explore the ruins of the nearby city and the Chernobyl nuclear power plant itself. Earlier this year, a group of Chernobyl explorers, known as stalkers, made the bold decision to enter the nuclear facility and not only navigate its premises, but also dive into the highly probable radioactive waters. They meticulously surveyed the area before committing to the dive, and even ventured beneath the reactor on rubber boats, despite encountering setbacks such as punctures in the vessels. Undeterred, they proceeded to fashion homemade diving equipment and enveloped one of their comrades in black plastic as a makeshift protective barrier. With this improvised gear, one member descended into the radioactive depths, demonstrating extraordinary courage as he submerged himself beneath the contaminated water. The peril of their endeavor is evident, not only due to the hazardous nature of the water, but also because of the reliance on makeshift diving equipment, raising concerns about potential malfunctions and the dire consequences of exposure to radioactive substances, including the risk of inadvertent ingestion. Sculpture depicting a shark. Beneath the waters of Lake Neuchâtel in Switzerland lies a startling underwater sculpture of a shark. Imagine the shock experienced by a pair of divers as they encountered the ominous silhouette of a shark lurking in the murky depths, only to be further alarmed by its menacing grin and razor-sharp teeth. However, their apprehension likely subsided upon realizing that the shark was not a living creature, but rather an exquisitely crafted sculpture submerged beneath the surface. Despite its terrifying appearance, this shark sculpture has become a popular attraction for divers visiting the lake, drawing numerous curious onlookers to observe it up close. Picture the surprise of a friend leading you on a dive to encounter this unexpected sight, an experience that would undoubtedly send shivers down your spine. The sinister grin and the combination of cartoonish and realistic features of the sculpture add to its unsettling nature. Barrel-shaped jellyfish. Back in 2019, a diver encountered a substantial jellyfish while diving off the coast of Cornwall. A biologist herself, the diver described the creature as being as large as her own body. This particular jellyfish belongs to the species known as the barrel jellyfish, currently recognized as the largest species of jellyfish inhabiting British waters. Encounters with such sizable barrel jellyfish are rare in the ocean, as they are more commonly seen washed ashore during the early summer months. Despite their mesmerizing appearance, it's crucial to exercise caution around them. Even in death, barrel jellyfish retain their ability to sting, posing a threat to anyone who touches them, including pets if brought along. Submerged cruise liner. In January 2012, the Italian cruise liner Costa Concordia met a tragic fate, succumbing to yet another maritime catastrophe. Reports indicated that the vessel struck an underwater rock, leading to its capsizing and sinking in the shallow waters near Isola de Giglio in Tuscany. Despite valiant efforts by rescuers over a 6-hour period to evacuate all passengers, tragically, 33 individuals lost their lives in the incident. Among the victims were 27 passengers, 5 crew members, and regrettably, 1 member of the salvage team lost his life during the rescue operation. 2 years following the disaster, in 2014, a group of divers ventured to witness the Costa Concordia, frozen in time, lying beneath the waves. The sight of the cruise liner, now a haunting and desolate wreck, evokes an eerie and unsettling atmosphere. Although remnants of furniture can still be discerned within the vessel, it is evident that nature has reclaimed the space as its own. Over time, the ship has become a habitat for marine life, with plants, corals, fish, and other sea creatures transforming it into their own thriving ecosystem. What was once a symbol of luxury now stands as a poignant reminder of the tragedy that befell it, a ghostly and abandoned shipwreck beneath the waves. Underwater graveyard. These divers captured compelling footage of the submerged cemetery in Camagüey, Philippines. Typically, cemeteries serve as the final resting place for the deceased, allowing loved ones to pay respects. However, in the case of the sunken cemetery, it attracts tourists and divers beyond those visiting relatives. Initially, the area wasn't submerged. However, during Spanish colonization, Mount Vulcan erupted, burying the city's capital and causing parts to sink underwater, including the old community cemetery, now a diving destination. To commemorate and honor the deceased, the community erected a large white cross visible from the shore, marking the site of the sunken cemetery. Divers documented the haunting underwater graves, now adorned and surrounded by marine life. Even during low tide, remnants of the old cemetery are still visible. Simultaneous presence on 2 continents. We're all familiar with the concept of standing on country borders and being in 2 nations simultaneously. But did you know there are divers who achieve a similar feat by straddling 2 continents? Check out this video. These divers are exploring Silfafisir in Iceland, part of the world's longest mountain range. The waters are icy cold, filled with pristine glacier water. Yet, who could resist the chance to touch 2 continental plates at once? It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, even if it means enduring freezing temperatures. However, there's also the risk of hypothermia, making this potentially your final dive spot. Divers must descend 206 feet underwater to reach the remarkable fissure between the Eurasian and North American continents. This unique site exists only in Iceland, offering a stunning view, along with the chance to touch 2 continental plates. Despite the chilling temperatures, the water here is remarkably pure, safe to drink without treatment or filtering. It's a risk worth taking to witness such a remarkable and breathtaking sight. Slumbering cetaceans. Here's an intriguing discovery. In July of this year, a diver captured a truly rare moment, a pod of whales peacefully sleeping underwater. Witnessing such a magical event is a privilege few encounter. Sperm whales, known for their short sleep cycles compared to other creatures, spend merely 7% of their day in power naps, each lasting brief intervals of 15 minutes. Despite their serene appearance, whales, like humans, can drown underwater. Being conscious breathers, they must remain vigilant to continue breathing. Even in sleep, one hemisphere of their brain remains active, while the opposite eye stays alert. Though they may appear motionless while floating vertically, they are partially conscious to ensure they wake in time to surface for air. The peculiar formation in which whales sleep remains a mystery, intriguing researchers. Witnessing 6 enormous sperm whales sleeping vertically is an incredible sight. Among them, a baby whale attempts to mimic the adult's sleeping posture, although not yet mastering the art of floating. The adults silently observe, encouraging the young one. Eventually, the slumbering giants gracefully emerge from the depths, one by one, to replenish their air supply at the water's surface. Encounter with the red devil squid. The importance of exercising caution when interacting with oceanic life cannot be overstated, as many species pose potential threats of toxicity or lethality. This applies to all marine organisms, and even experienced divers may encounter challenges when encountering underwater creatures. These creatures often display unpredictable behavior, and a notable proportion possess high levels of intelligence and toxicity. In 2018, a diver had a notable encounter with a formidable creature, the humble squid, also known as the red devil. While documenting the squid with their camera, the diver found themselves ensnared by its tentacles. During the examination, the squid suddenly changed color to a vibrant red and launched an attack. Fortunately, the diver's protective gear prevented injury from the squid's beak. Nonetheless, this incident highlights the potential dangers present in the ocean, urging reflection on the myriad of menacing creatures inhabiting its depths. Jason's disappearance. It appears that someone harbors a strong affinity for the Friday the 13th movie franchise, evident from their placement of an underwater statue depicting Jason Voorhees, the iconic masked slasher character. For those unfamiliar, Jason Voorhees instills fear as the central antagonist in the horror film series. Encountering such a statue underwater would undoubtedly evoke terror. From a distance, it could resemble a floating corpse, but upon closer inspection, the mask and eerie eyes become apparent. Imagine the shock any unsuspecting diver would experience upon unexpectedly shining their light on this sinister figure. This spine-chilling statue was submerged by scuba diver Zachary Nagy in May 2018, much to the excitement and trepidation of his fellow divers. However, lake officials were less enthusiastic about its presence. Zachary explains that he intended the statue as a marker, a common practice among frequent divers to delineate diving spots. Despite objections from lake officials, many petitioned for the statue to remain in the area. Adding to the eerie tale, as efforts were made to retrieve the statue, it mysteriously vanished without a trace of Jason Voorhees. Despite an extensive search lasting 5 hours, volunteers failed to locate the statue. However, the endeavor wasn't entirely in vain, as they managed to clean the lake, collecting an impressive 200 bags of litter. Thus, the disappearance of Jason had an unintended positive effect. Haunted shipwreck. During the 16th century, this shipwreck held the distinction of being the world's largest and most formidable warship, named after the Roman god of war, Mars. This Swedish vessel dominated the seas, earning accolades as the pride of the navy, until it met a tragic end, exploding during battle in 1564. What once stood as a majestic and powerful vessel now lies as a mere wreck in the depths of the Baltic Sea. Remarkably, Mars remains one of the most remarkably preserved ships underwater, revealing treasures such as galleons within its confines. Despite its awe-inspiring condition, the ship remains a poignant reminder of a tragic chapter in history. Researchers plan to document the discovery through photography and utilize the images to create 3D models, allowing the public to share in the remarkable find while ensuring the preservation of the shipwreck underwater. Shark whispering. In the face of encountering a great white shark, many would instinctively panic and attempt to swim away. However, Christina Zanotto breaks this norm. As a passionate scuba diver, she developed a deep love for the ocean from her initial dive experiences. Not every diver can replicate what she has accomplished. In a remarkable video, she is seen swimming among dozens of great white sharks. Upon spotting her, they gravitate towards her, not perceiving her as prey, but rather as a harmless acquaintance. These sharks gently nuzzle against her as she pets them, reminiscent of interactions with domestic pets, rather than the apex predators of the ocean. Witnessing how these formidable creatures warm up to Christina is truly astonishing. She aims to dispel misconceptions about sharks, emphasizing their intelligence and refuting the notion of them being mindless aggressors. Marine whirlpool. This is an oceanic vortex, the technical term for a whirlpool, featuring a downward draft. These phenomena are typically induced by tidal forces and have been surrounded by myths for centuries. Long rumored to be responsible for shipwrecks and mysterious disappearances at sea, oceanic vortexes have captured human imagination. In the accompanying videos, divers can be seen encountering these vortexes, with one daring individual even deploying a GoPro camera through a small vortex to provide a first-hand perspective of being trapped within one. In a particularly gripping video shared by user Michael H. dating back to 2013, divers found themselves ensnared by a real vortex and caught in its powerful current. Fortunately, they emerged unscathed, But the experience underscored the treacherous and unpredictable nature of oceanic vortexes, leaving them with a newfound respect for the dangers they pose. Let's talk about the thumbnail. Beneath the Aegean Sea's surface, divers near Antikythera encountered a perplexing sight: a humanoid bronze statue seated in a sphere covered in sea growth, suggesting an ancient submersible. Initially mistaken for a calcified human pilot, the figure inside was actually a well-preserved artifact from the Hellenistic period, and the sphere was not a craft but an astronomical tool reminiscent of the famed Antikythera mechanism. This find rekindles the mystery of the shipwreck, hinting at the Greeks' advanced scientific prowess, and leaving scholars with lingering questions about the intertwined fates of the statue and the instrument. Lost Treasure of Thonis Heracleion. What could be more thrilling than the unearthing of a forbidden sunken city? Recently, researchers stumbled upon the ancient submerged city of Thonis Heracleion off the coast of Egypt, sparking a frenzy of excitement among archaeologists eager to explore its secrets. The site proved to be a veritable treasure trove for archaeologists, yielding a wealth of historical artifacts. Over the years, the city had been the backdrop for numerous ceremonies and had remained remarkably preserved. Among the discoveries were wicker baskets, opulent Greek ceramics, gold coins, and statues. However, the most remarkable find was the remnants of a colossal temple dedicated to the god Amun-Garab. Exploring such historic diving sites is a rare opportunity indeed. Which of these underwater discoveries captured your imagination? Are there any other divers who have encountered intriguing and enigmatic artifacts beneath the waves? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Be sure to check out the other intriguing content on your screen as well. See you soon, and have a great day.